I bought Origin fenders,
Yeah.
and that's the last time I'm buying those for a drift car ever.
Buying my body kit was like the most disgusting thing I know I'm going to ruin it. I think I cracked it before we even got home. I like Big Nut Club, so if by some amazing way they can see this, I'm not talking shit. I love your guys' stuff. But mine cracked way easier than that video.
Huh? I actually do, guys. Fuck you. Alright, welcome to another episode of the Casting Couch podcast. I'm JC.
I'm Paul Gracie.
And today I think we can start off by... Josh, can you go in the fridge?
Yes.
Like now?
What's in the fridge? I'm so confused.
Open the fridge. No, that is
the little fridge or the big
little fridge. Oh, there's a bottle of champagne down there. You see it on the right?
What?
It's not for the set. It's because he got a new job. Congratulations. There's 3 cups right there. Pour some champagne.
Hey.
Cups. Ah, they're right there. Well, they're cups. They're mugs.
Can I purposely shoot this at Paul?
Yeah, just don't hit the TV.
Don't hit my stuff either.
Just be careful with the TV. You can't shoot it anywhere. Anyway, while Josh is being... while Josh has no idea how to open a bottle of champagne.
No,
oh my god.
Lord Jesus. Hit me.
Dent the roof.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Oh, it's just my damage deposit anyway. Which brings us to, we have a new place.
Yes, we have new studio.
Yeah, which is my basement.
We're in JC's basement.
That's for everybody who thinks that 881 makes... Fuck you, he just poured for himself.
Do you want one?
Are you serious?
You got a Red Bull and he had a fucking...
Yeah.
And we're using coffee mugs, too.
Champagne.
Shout out to Alex.
And we were supposed to have a chair, but... What happened with that, Paul?
Yeah, so we were in the shop the other night and we were trying to kind of plan this out, what we were going to set up here, and we started looking for chairs because we need chairs. We decided to use chairs instead of a couch now because turning our heads constantly on the couch was a bit of a pain in the ass. So we want chairs so we could set up, nicely. I found some chairs on Amazon for, what were they, 40-something bucks?
$45 each.
$45 a piece?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Perfect deal for,
It's supposed to be black.
Yeah, it's red. That's just your cup.
I don't know, man. I've never had champagne in my life.
Usually it's clear.
What is champagne?
That's a cheaper champagne.
It's sparkly wine.
It's sparkling wine. Well, I hate wine. But I mean...
No, it's not that bad. But yeah, going back to that, yeah, we're supposed to have chair. And that's for everybody who thinks that we're big budget and we have a lot of money. We were at the shop and we were debating on which credit card to put it in. Because we didn't know which credit card was taken. It was like $40. It was like $40.
Yeah, but when the box showed up for the 3 chairs, it was how big?
About this big.
Yeah, for 3 chairs. Yeah, we ordered cushion covers.
Yeah, I looked at it. Yeah, throw it. I looked at it. I was like, "There's no fucking way those are chair." Like the box was this big. Came up, it's fucking cushion cover. so yeah.
So note to self: don't let us order furniture on our own anymore.
How stupid was that? Like every chairs are like $200, and we thought
yeah, we found a deal, man. We got
at $45.
$45 piece.
Buy fucking 8. But we never really introduced ourselves, so I figure like. Might as well just do a personal interview, casting couch, one-on-one. So here we are. Who are you?
Paul Gracie.
There you go. Perfect.
AKA Gravy. AKA Gravy Drifts.
What do you drive?
The Beluga driver.
The Beluga driver.
So I drive a 2003 Infiniti G35 sedan. No, I'm not a takeover kid. I promise. And then I have a 2000 BMW 323i with a 6-liter LS, full spec D build, full cage, all that stuff. So that'll be.
When are you planning on competing? 2027 or?
At this rate, I mean, yeah, it's like that scene on The Office where I don't watch The Office, but I've seen the clip where Buddy is like, "What do you think the timeline is going to be on this? 2 weeks? A month?"
Realistically,
about that?
It could be 2 years.
Yeah, a year. That's a fair assumption. So, I said I was going to have the car done for August for Northern Bout. I said I was going to compete in Northern Bout. That did not happen. And it's now January. The car's still not done. So it's getting there, but it's also not getting there at the same time.
So what kind of LS are you running?
So it's 6-liter LQ9, which is the high compression.
That's Gen 4 or Gen 3 LQ9?
Josh, 3.
That's 3?
Gen 3. I don't know LSs, man. I'm just learning. I
had my fair share of LS, but I never. I always disassembled them and never built them back. So
yeah, well, I was lucky when I did mine. I had Corey, my old roommate. Mm-hmm. He was still out here, and Corey knows a hell of a lot more than me. I know Hondas very well, but anything else, I'm still like trying to learn. So I learned a lot about Nissan.
Yeah,
my G, but yeah. So 6-liter LQ9, BTR Stage 3 cam, chromoly push rods, ARP rod bolts, BTR dual valve springs, BTR trunnion kit, BTR intake manifold, 102mm throttle body, BTR fuel rails, Gen 4, I think, truck injectors, I believe.
What trans you running?
5-speed ZF.
Are you scared?
I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie, but they were actually readily available at the time. I've been noticing the prices go up a lot.
That's a ZF, right? Or Get Rag?
Yeah, no, ZF.
ZF5? Oh,
yeah,
they're a bit stronger than Get Rag, so we might get away with that. But
yeah, so if this one goes, I'm probably just gonna end up going. Well, I've been looking at G-Force transmissions. I might get a dog box. We'll see. But before I start talking about doing all that, I kind of need to just get in the car and drive the car.
Well, a lot of people don't realize you go on like a NASCAR marketplace page.
Yeah, so I'm in so many of those.
Why?
That's what Josh does. That's how Josh got his transmission.
Oh yeah, I didn't know it was a secret. I knew about that trick for a while. You just because they run a lot of them run fucking straight axle winters, but some of them runs a dependent.
Yeah,
and they run G-Force, so you can get super discounted or Jericho's for speed as well.
Yeah, I heard that trick from the guy actually I bought the car from. Cole O'Connell was his name.
Yeah.
When I was buying the car, he also had a G-Force transmission. I think it was G-Force. I can't remember. It was a side shift transmission for sale though.
Yeah.
It was dog box, and he ended up selling it before I get it. But he told me that he said if you want one at a better deal, he's like, join a bunch of NASCAR pages.
Yeah.
Join pages out of the States. These guys will always ship them. So I joined a bunch, and now I'm always keeping my eyes out. I mean, right now I can't really afford one. I got to finish the car first, but keep it on the back burner for when I do need a new transmission.
Well, what else do you need to do on the car?
I need to get my diff back from being welded. I dropped that off to Francois, so I just got to get that back from being welded. Then the drivetrain's complete. I need to... Actually, other than that, it's just finish up some wiring.
Then windshield and interior
pieces. Interior pieces, exhaust, but
yeah, that's nothing that's crazy.
Yeah, that's all stuff, I could do. Well, I'm probably going to get somebody to come and do the windshield for me, but...
Yeah, but that's the only biggest expense now.
Yeah, I mean, I cut some time I was trying to build headers, and I just never really had the time to sit down and do it. And, now I just ordered a set of headers that saved me time.
That didn't fit?
So it sucks because I know with the drift car you wanna be able to pull stuff off quickly if you need to.
Yeah.
But now to get my header off passenger side I need to...
Passenger, not even driver?
No, not even driver. Passenger. I need to drop my starter out and stuff like that.
What?
Yeah, it hits starter trying to go in.
But does it fit now without a starter?
The starter's back on and it's in, yeah. We had to pull the starter. I dropped the starter, Josh fed the header down, and as soon as the header was down and kind of lined up, I just bolted the starter back on, and it was in place.
Are you sure? Because Josh seems to disagree on your...
It's bolted up right now, it's good.
Are they expensive?
It's fine, I double checked it. $1,200.
For headers? Jesus
And
Christ.
they're terrible quality. They're CX Racing, and...
I thought they were kind of legit. Kinda?
They're...
CX?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing I bought from CX was my swap mounts, and I got them reinforced right away.
They were that cheap?
They're barely any weld on them. They were only single welded on some sides,
Ooh.
Yeah, they weren't big.
Are you running solid or with bushing?
There's bushings in them. Yeah, I think they're like 85A or something.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Or not good old hockey puck tricks? Like
No, I didn't do the hockey pucks. I ordered mounts.
Oh,
I mean, his are probably going to last longer, to be honest. But
they're that bad?
I can't say that. Like, the machining and that on, like, the actual plate part is, like, really nice.
Yeah.
But it was pretty much just the welds and stuff that I didn't like, and kind of the fitment on them was terrible. Like, one of them, like, it didn't come with, like, any, like, spacers or anything like that. And I don't know if it's supposed to, but, like, when we bolted onto the subframe on one side, there was a gap. Like, it sat this much on the subframe, and then the rest of the mount was gapped up in the air. So Corey actually had to build, like, spacers so that it had something to sit on for the second bolt. Because, like, where the second bolt went through, there was nothing there. It was just in the air. So Corey built some wedges and stuff like that to actually have something for the mount to sit on now.
For BMW, like, what else can you get? Like, either Sicky or...
Sicky, I think,
but
makes
Sicky
them.
apparently their quality sometimes is a bit weird.
I actually have never ordered anything Sicky, so I don't know.
Mark did, and he wasn't biggest fan of them, but
yeah,
didn't seem that bad to me. But
I might try them depending on how these hold up. If they're terrible, then I'll get something else. But they'll do for now. Again, when I started this build, it was supposed to be a budget build. I kind of told myself I want $10,000 budget is what I told myself.
Yeah, that didn't work.
That didn't work out.
How much are you in right now?
We're a little bit over $30,000 into the car right now.
See, that's for anybody who thinks swapping an LS in their car is cheap.
Yeah, well, mind you, I could have did it cheap, but like I was like, okay.
Well,
I got the motor for $1,200, and then I was like, okay, I'll run stock motor. No, I put about $5,000 into the motor.
Yeah,
and then,
but because you kind of want to stay competitive too, right? Because you'll make like what 230 wheel on a stock LQ9.
On a stock LQ9, probably about that. So, not a whole lot.
And all the field aspect D is about 300 to 400. So.
Yeah. I mean, unless you're someone like Dubé, who's like
who has like 1,000 horsepower. But that's another story. But yeah, it comes back to you if you can put the power to the ground. Like.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I called Richer Performance out of Lethbridge. Tokyo recommended them to me.
Yeah.
So I called that guy. His name's Colin, and I just told him. He's like, "What do you want to make power wise?" And I told him I wanted to make 400 to 450 area, like anywhere in between there. And he's like, "This is what you want to get." And everything else, I was saying some stuff like, "Oh, do I need to stud my engine? Do I need all this?" He was saying I don't need to. I've heard other things from other people, but this guy builds LSs for a living, so I just took his word on it. He told me, don't waste my money on certain things. This is what I need, and only this. Don't buy anything else for now. So, went that route. Listen to him. We'll see how much it makes when the time comes.
Are you stock heads?
What heads have I got, Josh? Two...
I don't remember exactly.
I can't remember what number it is.
273s?
I think.
That's not bad. Fuck, we're about 15 minutes, aren't we?
On that one, yeah.
On that one?
Holy shit, what?
Jesus Christ. Big LS guy now.
Big LS guy now. I'm still... Well, they're not, like, terrible to learn on. Like, I kind of...
They're easy to drift. I ended up drifting Mark's car for a little bit at scales, and dude, you press a pedal, you smoke instead.
Yeah, right? I drift Mark's car at scales, too, and it was unreal. Well...
Compared to like either a JZ or my SR, like you always got to be in boost.
Yeah.
And Mark just tapped the gas and you're just sideways.
Yeah. One thing though, I found Mark's car was set up the night I drove was very grippy.
Yeah.
And something I'm trying to kind of work myself out of when I'm driving is I flutter the throttle pedal quite a bit.
You get
sometimes like I'll come like completely off it, like when I'm coming around turn, and then I'll jump right back into it in full throttle. But when I was doing that in Mark's car, like. I just like almost straighten out because like it would just catch traction.
You gotta learn to how do you say that, feather the gas pedal, be able to control your foot.
Yeah, he was telling me because like I would like come right off throttle and it would hook, and he's like no, he's like do not come off. He's like stay on constantly. He's like but like when you're transitioning, pedal it back a little bit and then just get right back on. Like don't come all the way off.
Yeah.
And I did that, and I mean,
I had the same problem whenever I started drifting. I was like, yeah. But you learn at a point that if you can control it, you'll be able to control your grip. So whenever you're chasing someone, you can just let off the throttle just a little bit, just so you start gripping up again. Then you can just dive into them.
Yeah.
It's a lot of throttle control whenever you the more you go into drifting. So that's what I learned. But
yeah, I need to start running a bit grippier of tires as well. Like this year, I've pretty much been running takeoff tires that I get from tire piles and 50, 60 psi in them, and they're just.
How much were you running with those engines? Those were 235s, right?
The engines, I think I was running about 50.
Yeah, because I was running around 40, and my car is not super powerful either. So.
Yeah, I was running about 50, and like the G, it's a relatively slow car, but like at 50, 60 psi in tires, it just slides around like it's on ice all the time.
It was fucking hilarious. Yeah.
So when I jumped in Mark's car and like it was pretty gripped up, like the amount of speed I got compared to mine, I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, it's different, dude. Whenever you start going fast drifting, it's a whole different, whole different world. Instead of always doing a burnout and doing like an extended burnout.
Yeah.
No, man. Like, yeah, that's where I like Mission, where you can enter at like 120.
Yeah.
Oh, you just throw yourself in.
The only place I've driven so far where you can really do those entries is Stratotech on like the main straight and stuff like that. But at the same time, the only times I drove Stratotech was I was terrified of my tire rod end in the G. We remember that because I ended off the day with a snapped tire rod end. And then I was driving Dubé's car, and
that's fair.
I was trying to respect his wishes of don't hurt my body kit.
Which
That's all he cared.
Which you still did.
Which I didn't hurt the body kit, but I ripped his rear bumper off like completely first lap out.
Fucking Christ.
But yeah, I was trying to respect his wishes. I'm like, okay, I'm getting a bit ballsier. I'm coming in around 80 an hour now, but I know if I keep pushing it up, I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna lose.
Try whenever you have an hydro, try the scales from the highway. You see that?
I would love to try that one. That was the night that me and Colby almost took you out there.
Yeah. Whenever I broke second gear, I was like, "Fuck! I'll try to break all the gears now." Going from third to first, and not to pull.
Yeah, third gear entries coming off the highway. All we seen that night was you leave the highway, and I'm like, "All right, he's gone out for a cool down, Colby. Like, give her a shot."
And then you just see
2 seconds later, he's about to clutch kick it, and just you come in, mock Jesus. I was like, oh my god, we're dead.
Buddy, I was probably at 110, 120 sideways, like on a 230 horsepower SR, just trying to fucking...
Just trying so bad to get it to stay.
Yeah, well, fuck. I'm JC. I drive for Napa Fort McMurray, the Nissan 240SX, that had an SR.
Had an SR?
Yeah.
Now it's got 3/16 of a JZ in it.
Yeah, almost there. Yeah, that was the plan. That my whole dream was always to have like a JZ S13. So I just fucking jumped right into it, and I needed to step up to keep up with everybody, right?
Yeah, 100%.
I was at, like I said, I was at 230, 250 on a good day, so I was like, I need to step up to 400.
Yeah.
So
me and you were kind of falling behind. Everyone like Mark and Ophir were. Brandon, we're losing them now.
I could follow Fear, but the thing is, as soon as he grips up, I'm left in the smoke.
When that car gets out of a turn and he's on throttle hard, that thing just goes.
Yeah, because everybody was running like 150 to 200 horsepower more than me, so I was like, well, fuck. Now, Brandon stepped up and he made like 407 or something like that.
Something like that.
On a turbo VQ, which is...
Pray.
Yeah, pray for that one.
I killed an NAVQ this year.
Yeah, but you never check the oil. That's the one thing you gotta do on VQs is check the oil.
I never check the oil in that car.
Just check the oil. No, you fucked it up, and you never check the oil the whole time. You put a hole in a VQ. Nobody did that. Nobody ever does that. You spin rods in VQ. You don't throw rods.
I threw 2 rods right outside of the block.
Jesus. Fuck.
And the car actually still ran. The car still ran with 2 holes in the block.
It caught on fire though, didn't it?
Initially, when it shot the rod, it caught on fire. We had Nico and Francois. I think Francois was there. I know Nico was there. I'm pretty sure Francois was there too. And they were following behind me. And I left scales when it started knocking. I was like, okay, I'm going to try and make it home. I got off 63 and merged onto 881. As soon as I tried to get a little bit of speed, it just exploded. Like, completely exploded.
You have to be one of the only guys that... Like, Jesse Legault has been running VQs forever on his... Like, how the fuck did you...
These guys check their oil, man. Like,
It's the most easy engine to run. You just gotta add oil because it drinks oil.
See, my stupid thing was always... It needed to be... cool. You need to cool them off, check the oil in them. Like, you can't check the oil while they're hot.
Yeah?
Yeah, one of the main returns is through the dipstick, I guess. From the head.
Oh, really?
Something like that, yeah. So you gotta have them cooled off to check the oil. And...
What about before you leave anywhere?
Well, that's the thing. I'd never remember. And, like, then I go drifting, and I'm like, oh, I should check my oil. Oh, I'm overheated, so I really can't check my oil. And then I'd be like, I'll just wait for it to cool down. And then, like... half hour later, it's still up to temp, and I'm like, I should be fine for the night. I'll check next time.
Because every fucking time, everybody in the shop told you, yeah, just check your oil, because when's the last time you did an oil change? I never did.
Yeah, I never changed the oil in that car. I'm terrible for that, man. I'm going to out myself right now, and everybody's going to call me an idiot, but I kind of am an idiot. Any of my project cars, I've never changed the oil. I've always blown them up before I change the oil.
Are you serious?
I swear to God. Every single one of my project cars. Now, my new vehicles, like my trucks and that, yeah, they get regular oil changes. But, yeah, my project cars never get oil changes. I blow them up too quick.
What the fuck? How many Ambos did you blow?
I've lost count. There's no count in that number now.
How?
I've lost count now at this point.
You're blowing up the engines that nobody can blow.
I blew my first Honda up. I blew two of them up before I was 17. And I bought my first Honda when I was 16. So, my first year of owning a Honda, I blew two. Yeah, I've lost count. I can try and remember, but, I mean, I blew two engines this summer alone.
This summer.
Oh
yeah,
because
right? You went to Cape Breton for 3 days and blew his Honda.
I'm not going to blame myself for that one, though. No, I am. Going to blame myself. So, I had a boost leak, and I wasn't making any boost, so I started checking lines and stuff, and my wastegate line had a tear in it. So...
Oh, I don't like where that's going.
Well, that wasn't causing my no boost. I had a boost tube that was completely not even on the intake anymore, and I was just overlooking it completely. So that's why I had no boost. But so I changed the cracked wastegate line out with all that I could find in a Cape Breton Canadian tire was this like white or clear like super thin hose.
The plastic one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I used those before too.
I put it on and. Whatever, still didn't have boost. Then I found the coupler, fixed the coupler, and changed my injectors and went for a drive, and the car made boost. Like, it was ripping. Well, that crappy hose that I used for the wastegate line, it was not heat resistant at all. And it's on the bottom of a turbo manifold, so it just melted and...
You overboosted?
I hit about 43 pounds boost, and on a 67-66 with a stock block A3 that had, I don't know, I bought the motor off these other YouTubers from Cape Breton. They had about 10,000 subscribers called Budget Racing. Mm-hmm. So I bought the motor off of those guys, and it came out of a car that is on YouTube being pounded.
Yeah.
Like reverse to first burnouts, like constantly, like just... always on limiter, and I decided to buy the engine, throw a big turbo on it.
Oh, yeah, because you know that one's going to last.
Yeah, so as soon as I hit 43-ish pounds of boost, it just grenaded.
Yeah, those are like for windshield washer line.
Yeah.
That's about all you can get, but you can buy like those thick rubber ones that can't entire. I don't know if you ever seen those.
Yeah, I didn't see them when I was there, but I've seen them here, but I couldn't find them home, so I was just like, whatever, I found this, let's go. I just want to drive.
And you blew it up?
And then I blew it up.
How long did it take you? How long were you in Cape Breton for that time?
So I was home for 2 weeks, but I blew the car up in a day. Yeah. Was it 2 days? Well, the first day doesn't really count because it didn't run right.
You were running it all night.
You blew it up on the first drive?
Technically not the first drive, so we changed the injectors at about 10 o'clock at night. and we took it for a quick drive, and that's when we realized it was working finally.
Yeah.
And it was raining. It started raining really bad, so I went straight home. So I did like one pull with the car and then went straight home because it was raining so bad. I didn't have wipers, and there's no heat in the car, so it was fogged up. I can't see a thing, and I had terrible tires on. I was like, I'm gonna die if I stay out in this thing. So took it home, and then the next day, my buddy called me. He was back in town from Fort Mac also. Drove into Sydney and picked him up. We grabbed a bite to eat, and Sydney was like a 20-minute drive from my house, tops.
Yeah.
We went to grab something to eat, which was about 5 minutes from where he lived, and then about 10 minutes driving after that, it blew up.
Which one is that? Is that the orange one?
The orange car, yeah.
Let's see, you have it on your Instagram, don't you?
I do.
Let's see. Pull up a new feature, the
Yes, Josh, get ready. I have lots of pictures, too, I can airdrop.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure I saw it on your Instagram. Oh, yeah, that one, right?
Yeah, so that one, and then there's this here.
Let's see. We'll try something. We're just stepping out the comfort zone now.
Yeah, this is going to be our first time attempting this.
You ready?
I also have the video of the one.
Open.
Open quick.
Aha!
Yeah, so there's the car. Shout out to Eric Doust at Technotic.
So what's in there?
So there was a K20A3 in the car out of a Ep.3 Civic SIR.
Mm-hmm.
Sheepy front-mount intercooler, PLM turbo manifold, Precision 6766, tile wastegate.
They actually run like name brand turbo.
Yeah.
God damn, you guys
Precision
got money
turbo.
in Cape Verde.
And well, the intercooler I think is the most expensive part on the car. It's Sheepy built intercooler.
How much?
Almost $2,000 US.
For an intercooler?
But well, I didn't pay that. That's what somebody else paid. I bought a car that all this stuff was in. I bought a car and then we parted that car out because the shell was not the best, and I had this shell laying around.
I remember the first time I met you, I went to and ride in one of your turbos.
Yeah, that was my old black car that was running 5 pounds of boost on an Integra motor with eBay.
What happened to that car? I just remember, that's how I got to know you.
So I blew that car up, then I started building the motor. I built a LSV Tech B18B block, B18C head, front mount S366, so the turbo sat in the front bumper.
Yeah.
And I just got tired of the car. I wanted to get back into drifting, or get into drifting.
Mm-hmm.
So I parted it out. I sold the motor to a guy in Edmonton, the turbo kit to a guy in Calgary, and the shell went to Nick Cage with Usual Suspects.
Oh, what?
He drives
what?
He drives a black E30 with the JZ in it.
Yeah.
So
I talk to him quite often. He's good shit.
So he has the shell now.
What? For why?
He wants to do H22 all-wheel drive setup in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
He has
actually
some nice cars, man.
He has some unreal cars.
Did you go to the shop?
Yeah, when I was there, dropping the car off to him,
I never been to the shop because
he took us through and we were looking at stuff. Like, he has an R34 GTR. There was his E30. There was so much stuff there that.
So Nick owns Usual Suspect, does it?
I
don't know what he does.
Or there's a few of them that own it. There was a couple of guys in the shop, but I didn't really get a lot of their names. I just kind of stayed with Nick. But I know he's also got the S14 with the twin turbo LS he's building.
Yeah, that he's building for Spec D with their quick change.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, his cars are wild, man. I tried to pull some up on the screen.
Josh, get on. Yeah. So that's his R34. I remember seeing that one.
Does he have two?
I don't think he has two. We seen this one. Me and Corey seen it. But this one's beautiful. Plasma man, intake manifold, all that stuff. This car was so beautiful when I seen that.
Who owns that blue one then?
I'm not sure who owns the blue one, actually.
Let's see, I'll put it up too. This guy, his collection is wild. He has a
E92 also.
Yeah, Ep.3. Let's see.
Yeah, so I'm not sure who owns a blue one, but this one's Nick's.
And do you know who owns that ZT500?
No, that wasn't there when we were there.
I know they were working on it for a while. I don't know. I don't know much about this guy. Like I know I know of him on Instagram and shit.
Yeah.
But I never really had like an actual conversation with him. But fuck, man, his shop is wicked.
Oh yeah, it was unreal while we were there. There was a Supra in the very back too that was getting a bunch of stuff done.
Wasn't that Dubé's?
It might have been, but at that point I barely knew Dubé.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know Dubé had a drift car when I first met him.
Oh really?
When I first met Dubé, he had a K series in the bed of his truck, and I seen him at Stratotech. He was there, just hanging out. And I was like talking to him about the K series, what he was doing with it. Yeah. I was a Honda guy, right? I wasn't drifting my first time there.
Oh, that was when you went with Jean-Louis, wasn't it?
That was when I went with Jean-Louis.
Yeah.
And then fast forward 2 days later, when we get back down, I bought my first drift car off of Dubé.
Dude, that fucking car was hilarious, dude.
Oh, I missed
with
that
the exhaust
car.
falling down, that we were tying it up in the trunk.
Yeah, we're tying it up. Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
No.
That happened, 30 seconds after I showed up that night? I immediately went in the ditch first shot.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I went in the ditch first shot and ripped the exhaust.
I know you went in the ditch a few times. I didn't know if it was that. Yeah, this fucking good old Mexico. Oh man, it's crazy to have that collection of cars. Like that fucking dude who you saw that F40 I sent you, right?
Yes.
That
F40 is
Liberty
crazy.
Walk? Yeah.
He's the owner of Liberty Walk, right?
Yeah, Kato, I think his name is.
I'm not sure.
Buddy, it's insane. I'll see if I can pull it up.
That car is one of the most beautiful cars I've ever seen.
You think you got a cease and desist or no? Because Ferrari purists are weird like that.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Ferrari doesn't like that in general. But
no.
I know, I see some influencers that say they're not as bad as some people make it sound to be. I don't know. I don't own a Ferrari. I don't know anybody that owns a Ferrari, but
let's see. Yeah, no, I don't know because they was it Deadmau5 that
Deadmau5, yeah. But what I heard, the issue with that was that he got custom badges made for it, and apparently they don't like if the badges are messed with.
That could be it.
But again, I have really no idea. I
see if I can pull it up.
Don't own a Ferrari, and I cannot afford a Ferrari.
Let's see.
I could probably afford a Fiero.
A Fiero? I can't even right now. Let's see. Like that, he unveiled it at the Tokyo Auto Salon, right? A couple of days ago. Let's see.
Man,
the thing is, those pictures are with a fucking cell phone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's Larry Chen, even with a fucking who the fuck can take pictures
Larry
like that with
the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
You can switch the pictures with the arrow, I think. Let's see. I know, just on the keyboard.
There we go. Man.
Yeah, so the whole clip he read out because I was following that build. I've heard about it a while ago, and the whole clip he remolded, and just to fuck with everybody, he kept a piece of the fender that he cut off and just put it on the car at the Tokyo Auto Salon. Do you have more pictures? Fuck
yeah, that thing's beautiful with the center lock wheels, and
if you go on his page. He got a lot of fucking hate for that.
Oh, I guarantee he did. I guarantee he did.
Because at that point, I don't know. I'm not a purist, so I don't
I'm really not either.
I enjoy Ferraris and I enjoy nice cars, but at the end of the day, it's metal.
Yeah.
So if you have the money to be able to do it and you have the passion to go behind it, why not do it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's been times where I have a friend who's a major BMW purist, and I tell him that I want to buy an E36 all the time.
Yeah.
So he's constantly sending me E36s, but he's like, if you end up buying an E36, you better leave it stock. He's like, do some things to it to mod it, and I'm like, respectfully, I'm not gonna keep it. I'm not gonna leave it alone.
No, they make so much what are those called? I don't remember what's the actual name, but they're Rocket Bunny replicas, and they're dirt cheap on eBay. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah, he's got a Rocket Bunny replica kit on his RX-8.
What? Yeah, and then there's Josh that spends like fucking what, 12 grand on the fucking over fender kit for
I threw
an
up.
RX-8.
I threw up on my body kit. My body kit is probably the.
Me kicking it.
Huh?
Throwing the video of me booting it.
Do you have
Get
it?
off the trailer.
Oh yeah. I'll see if I can even find it. Yeah, but fucking man, that's a lot of money, and that's why I found it weird because I bought Origin fenders.
Yeah.
And that's the last time I'm buying those for a drift car.
Buying my body kit was like the most disgusting thing I felt terrible because I know I'm going to ruin it. I know I'm going to ruin it, and I was like the whole time I was thinking, I was like, I'm spending $2,000 right now on something I know I'm going to ruin. I know I'm going to ruin it right away. And I think I cracked it before we even got home anyway.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like I threw it in the back of my truck and cracked it. Like,
well, that's where whenever you go look at the stuff like KBD, it makes so much sense. Like, why would you run fiberglass on your? I think it's that video.
Yeah, like Big Duck Club got videos of them doing that to their fiberglass stuff on their page.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Like, I know, mine cracked pretty easy. I like Big Duck Club, so if by some amazing way they can see this, I'm not talking shit. I love your guys' stuff, but mine cracked way easier than that video.
Well, no. I said I ran the Origin fenders. They're nice. Like I like how they look. I'm never buying them again, like ever. Not on a drift car. Because we drift hard, right? We drift pretty fucking rough, and low taps here and there happen. And I think it took like 2 weeks of me taking that car out, and my fender was all cracked to shit. And Ophir got out of the shop, and he cracked the fuck his fender.
Cracked his. I remember that day. I felt so bad for Ophir that day.
How much was that? Like $4 or $6 grand? The whole body kit.
I felt so bad for Ophir that day. I know it can be fixed. It wasn't a terrible crack.
It's
I know
not
it could be
bad,
fixed.
but imagine you spend time to wrap, to cut, and everything. But to his defense, he didn't cut enough, which I told him, cut until you have ½ inch or less of skin in between the inside the fender, because I knew I put mine on and I looked at it, I was like, we're gonna crack the fuck out of those fender right away.
Yeah, stomped.
That's exactly what happened. He got out of the shop, hit a bump, crack his whole fucking fender.
I mean, if I could say anything to you, you probably won't crack your stuff as much if you just stop hitting me.
Fuck you. Maybe if you stop fucking putting the brakes on my face.
I'm trying, okay? I'm trying.
Every fucking time. We gotta remind people that somebody spun out in front of you those times.
Not the big hit. Remember the big hit at Scales? I think you had Ryan in with you.
Yeah, because you slammed the brake around the pole. I was coming.
I came I don't know if it was too wide or not, but I was
I think you went too shallow.
I was going towards the pole. Yeah, I was coming towards the pole. I was like, okay, I need to brake and try and flick this now, or I'm hitting the pole. There's nothing I can do.
And there's me. I was like, oh shit, he's going shallow. That's gonna be sick front clips. I just fucking went right in, and ended up fucking.
As soon as you came in is when I made the decision.
That one was way rougher.
That was a bad hit.
The other one was just a little tap. Then we clutch kicked and kept going. That one was
that one was. We felt that my taillight shattered. Your front end got pushed in. It was a good time.
Yeah, my bash bar got bashed. If we can't say that.
It did its job though.
Yeah, but at least it's metal. But those fucking I don't know, fiberglass, not for drift car anymore.
No,
because that's why I kept my plastic bumper.
Yeah, same as me. I'm running stock bumpers on my
jump. You can jump on them. You can fucking throw them as far as you can. My bumper saw hell last year, and it only got crossed on the wrap. That's it.
Well, you remember the state of my G bumper, right?
Yeah.
I jumped on that bumper.
Yeah.
Do we want to put that on here?
I tried to send the one of Josh with the RX-8, but it's taking a while to load.
Yeah, I jumped on that rear bumper while I was still in the car, using the car as a trampoline. You caving both sides of it.
Your G was probably a foot narrower on both sides.
And that bumper is almost perfect now.
Really?
It's not perfect, but Josiah, 10 minutes, his feet and a heat gun, and that bumper is it's fine to run again. Like,
so that's why would you go spend fucking money on like fiber? I can get it if you're just like a drifter who won't like get close to people, like you don't want to tandem or something like that.
There's guys that are like that, right? They just go out to a grassroots event to stay away from people and just slide their own stuff.
And then there's guys like Mark that spending like fucking $4,000 on body kits every year that competes at Pro-Am, but he like it's like we're competitive, right? Mark really wants to win every time he goes out there, so he kissed the wall. He fucking like he bumps it, like he slightly bumps into people. Yeah, like we're competitive, so like. Is it really worth it to fucking fix fiberglass every weekend whenever you can have like a KBD kit or something similar that you can just kick?
Yeah, the biggest thing is though, does KBD make wide bodies that are?
Yeah, mine the one I want to buy, they're 75, I think.
Oh, so they are plastic or ABS,
50? Right? No, they're plus 50. Yeah, the ABS front fenders. Wow. They don't make the rear right now. They say they're gonna do it but my rear don't usually get banged up. Like I run like I was running still the OEM bumper, so I have like that big buttress right in front of the taillight, so that's sick, man. Like that you can kiss walls and you're not scared at all, right?
See, mine is from where my rear windshield ends, that entire section's cut off my car, so everything back is fiberglass body kit.
That's
except
good.
my rear bumper.
Leave yourself a buffer before your bumper or your panel, so you can shrink in. That's a little bit of cheat code. So you like leave yourself like 6 inches to a foot, so you can cave in without necessarily hitting anything structural.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's when you see like the big FD guys. Whenever they drag the bumper, their whole rear end starts collapsing. Because they have that little buffer just enough to catch a little bit of...
Yeah, because I mean, if you're going to drag bumper and you got structural right away...
Motherfucker.
Your chances are you're going to hit that rear end instantly and suck your front end in and your run's done right away.
Well, that's the thing, right? You'll end up... like if you hit something structural, it's just going to bump you off.
Yeah, it's going to throw you right off. So... keeping that little bit of a buffer in between your bash bars and stuff and your body kit will,
just
it's forgiveness.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I don't like that fucking video won't load. And it's not much on it. We don't see you jumping
Josh,
on
fired.
It. Like, what kind of fucking producer we got? It's fucking brutal. They ain't one fucking comedy show.
See, I don't know. I don't have anything.
Much. It's his own fault.
Ah?
You haven't been around the car much. It's your own fault.
Do you have a picture? Do you have video of that?
Of Josh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I have videos of me like purposely cracking the front fender and everything.
Fucking put it on the computer.
Someone trying to find. It won't let you airdrop.
It won't let you airdrop?
No.
Jesus.
Not even to you.
Josh.
Like, is it like a normal thing, Cape Breton, to not be aware of how much money works? Like, how does money work?
I have videos of me going down like a mountain when my car was static. And you can hear it just bouncing off rocks and everything. I sent everyone a video of like a hole in the driver's side floor from me hitting rocks.
Like on the RX-8? Or?
Yeah, it's still there.
When the car used to be static, there's pictures of like, it's like curled up like that and the metal's on the floor.
When I first seen that RX-8, I didn't know who Josh was. He was just some kid. I was home on vacation. And I literally remember thinking, that guy is a fucking idiot.
What?
Well, the car was like it was stanced, like it was full-blown stance car. It was like just on the ground, and I'm looking at it. He's bottoming out everywhere. It's straight piped, sounding like terrible. I'm like, that guy is and it was multicolored. He didn't have it wrapped, so it was like the body kit was one color, the car was like another color. Like he was on like stock wheels with no spacers, so he was just hovercraft.
Is it a big thing in Cape Breton, the stance car?
No.
Not really. It's all 8th gens Civic SIs. That's about it.
Why the fuck did you go stance?
Well, I had a static RX-8. I have the bagged Volkswagen still.
That's like the most ridiculous thing to do.
Your E46 is going to be a stance car.
Are you serious? No, I still have the title.
I still have the title.
Oh, there you go. So you will,
Josh, go quick. Quick.
It's coming. Come on, baby girl, you got this.
Oh, to answer your question too on do we know how money works back from Cape Breton?
Yeah.
No. So there's like barely any money home. Like there's some people that have money, but like a lot of us don't have money, and then we come out here and we get our hands on money, and we're like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, it's
buy
like
random
you're in your fucking. Look at that. Look at the gap. I'll try to turn the volume off there.
Oh man. No, it just cleared. Wow.
There's a remote. There's a TV remote like right on your right.
Where the rear trailer tires are. 'Cause we need this to-
What a fucking machine.
Shout out to Justin or Cal Mountain Jr. for the trailer too. By the way, thanks,
Sorry.
Justin.
Sorry.
Jesus.
You didn't do nothing to it.
No, he did. Like that's what I mean. Like on that whole video, it did nothing.
It didn't touch.
Gee, look at that. Like, why is your monitor tilted like that?
Because there's no trans mount in the car and it's held up.
The
with a ratchet
transmission's
strap.
held up in that car with a ratchet strap.
Yeah, mine too.
What?
Yeah, on my 240 right now.
Why did we lose sound? What happened? We told you to turn it up and it went away.
I heard turn it down.
Man, what a fucking state that car is.
And the motor's not bolted in this either. It's just
It's
laying.
still not bolted in.
It's
At
just
all?
laying in there.
So what's the plan with that?
Motor plate.
Oh, really?
I don't think he wants to comment on that though. We talked about this earlier.
Why? Oh, look at that fucking two
Look
grand.
at the filter.
How much did that filter cost you?
Ran me about $1,300.
That's what I don't
With
get. Why?
Shipping, it costed me about $1,900.
For a filter.
Yes.
It's carbon fiber though, bro.
That's what I don't get. Like, what, do you guys have no understanding of
I didn't
how
see you
money
kick
works?
the car in this though. Where'd you kick the car? I didn't see you kick it.
I don't remember. I'm trying to find another video of it.
You're like Stency pants.
Hey, my car didn't catch on fire.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Sorry, Luke.
Oh, wow.
Josh likes that guy, so.
Oh, really? 4-finger, Josh.
I'm 5 deep now.
Try to get her. There you go.
Did he figure it out?
Yeah, I figured it out.
So, since we're showing a few things on this, I just want to show the only pull that the Civic made the night before it blew up.
Is it bad?
Just remember it was wet outside.
Jesus Christ.
So I launched second gear, went 2, 3, 4.
And you were holding the block, what?
Not in this video.
No?
No, this was the... I'm only seeing Josh Lightbeater on the airdrop.
Maybe don't.
News MacBook.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is right there.
Would like accept that. We're so fucking ratchet. Wow.
What happened?
Oh, Paul, you broke it.
Josh, go to downloads. Don't start anything. Oh no, it's not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
Try it again. Set it again. You'll see, like, by the way, Casting Couch will be like this for 5 months, then we'll figure out. I'll see.
Save the downloads.
There you go.
There it is. It's down there now.
Okay, open.
We need volume.
Buddy, what the fuck kind of resolution is that?
I don't know what's going on here, man. Full volume, Josh. You got it on 1.
Like I said, that's gonna be Casting Couch for the first 5 months. Like we don't know what
we'll
the fuck
figure
we're
this
doing.
stuff out.
No wonder why you put a hole in the block.
That was Josh's laugh. Not
Oh,
that
is it?
Not that Josh.
I was with you that day.
Oh, really? Doing
Yeah.
what? Holy fuck, we've been on for 54 minutes already?
Damn, son.
Lord Jesus. I think so.
Lord Thunder and by.
Should we wrap it up or what?
Listen, man. I can go all day. That's my problem. Okay? I can go all day. We need content to make something good. We can make
Just
it.
fucking send us.
Like I can talk all day here.
That's all Casting Couch happened. The podcast actually, like that. It sucks because I wanted to start that like 2 years ago, and it was with Ophir and Bremen at first, but if you know anything about Ophir and Bremen, they are the worst to be on time ever. Like it was bad. Like the first time we tried to film it, they were 3 hours late, so I was like, yeah, like fuck that.
Good times.
And then we filmed like an episode with you, like a random fucking podcast.
Me, you, and Ophir. Just a casting couch episode, like it used to be, just us talking.
It was a random fucking episode. I was like, fuck, Paul's good at talking, which I'm not, so counterbalance.
What he's saying is I don't know how to shut up. That's the thing.
Yeah, pretty much, but
I'll just talk all day. I won't stop going.
That's good. That's good for podcast though. So, but yeah, that was 55 minutes. Might as well just shut it off now and get some reserve for the next time.
So,
any closing words?
Pina colada. Bye-bye.
Anyway, have a good night. Thanks for subscribing if you like. Have a good night.